about college yet. I was asked the one question only seniors are asked, and all of a sudden I was a senior. I thought about where I was going to school and what I was going to do for the rest of my life. These thoughts soon turned negative and filled my head, and I soon felt unprepared for my future. Each day I try to look at the positives, but it's hard when you're stuck in the winter blues. The winter season is a hard time for me because I can't be outside playing the sports I love or going on nightly walks at sunset. This soon became a routine for me in the summer. Overcoming the sadness winter brought me was tough, but it was an accomplishment for me. This past spring and summer, when I finished golf and began the summer to my senior year, I was at my best. Tennis soon began in August and is my favorite season yet. In the first week of the season, we did take our annual trip to Pine City and play in the tournament up there. It was a successful year because Brittany and I got first place, and it was good because we beat the Pine City girls, who are a big rivalry for us at the state tournament. Throughout the season, we were conference champs as a team, and we made it to the state tournament. We sadly lost to Breck in the finals, taking second, but it was a good accomplishment for us. The season ending put me in a flunk, and I didn't want it to end. I wanted to practice all year round, and all I wanted to focus on was tennis, but hockey got in the way of that. Throughout the hockey season, I only got to practice 3 times for the tennis season, and all I wanted to do was look forward to the next summer and work for it in the upcoming season. This put me at my worst. When hockey started, it was a tough year. Hockey isn't my favorite sport, so I wasn't completely motivated, but I tried my hardest. I'm already mentally hard on myself the way it is, but this last season was different for me. A student this last year sent me his suicide letter, and it was terrible timing because it was around my dad's death anniversary, and he had also committed suicide, so it was just bad times for me. Hockey was taking a toll on my body physically and mentally, and it was taking a really bad turn. I started crying after games, even when I played perfectly fine, and it got to the point where coaches had to text me after each game to make sure I was fine. I soon had a few injuries, a bruised rib, sprained thumb, and I had COVID. I felt like I could complete at the normal level I competed at. The season was coming to an end, and coaches put a lot of pressure on us to make it to the section finals. The first round of sections, we had a bye because we were second seed, but the second round, we played Minnesota River, and it ended in a 4 overtime period game, and we won 2-1. We made it to the finals against Mankato East, and it was a tough game, and sadly, we lost 2-1. But sadly, I found relief when the season ended, but this is a step towards me being at my best. Hockey ending gave me the freedom I've always wanted as an athlete. I wasn't stressed. I got to go home, finish my schoolwork early. I prioritized getting 9 hours of sleep each night, and it was just overall stress-free because I could finish homework early right away. I found myself going to the gym every single day, and I felt very happy and successful in life. In this alone time, I learned to like to read and organize my room. I formed the habits of praying every single morning and night, and I felt like I was a neat freak because all I focused on was having my room clean, and I felt I went psycho for a period of time because I felt like I had OCD. Soon golf started, and it was only my second year, so I wasn't really close with the girls, but I got close with them really quick. I got a spot in varsity, which was a challenge, but I appreciate pushing myself to get this spot. I got super close with the other girls, and the van rides, the memories in there I will never forget. All it consisted of was laughter and life lessons with Huner. Huner always makes practice fun by making games and giving us rewards for little things. He also takes us out to eat after each meet, and soon he learned that we should not be trusted in public. One time in Applebee's, where were we? We were up in Brainerd, and Huner took us to Applebee's, and he got waters mixed up, and somehow ended up drinking out of 3 waters, and that made us get 3 more waters for the girls' waters he drank out of. Golf made me stress-free, and it made it easier for me to become at my best. The end of May marked the end of school and golf. Golf ending for me was sad. I didn't want to say goodbye to the seniors, but it had to happen. Huner made the season super fun, so it was very sad for me to not go to the course after school because the course made me stress-free. It was also sad because I met other friends through golf, and I figured that I couldn't see them outside of the golf season, especially other coaches, and I'm really close with Coach Richards from New London, and I haven't seen him yet this summer, so it makes me really sad that I'll have to wait until the spring to see him. School ending made me happy, though. It was the start of the summer, my last. I was ready for college, and I didn't want to go through another year of high school. But in June, I started nannying, and I was working at Walmart at the same time, but I hated Walmart. I loved the money, but I hated working there. It was easy for me to quit because I had sports 5 out of the 7 days of the week, and they were not very flexible with our schedule. I spent the summer with friends and doing things I've never done before. I went to a Parker McCollum concert, Kid Laroi concert, and Johnny Holm concert 2 times. I also visited Arizona because I figured out I wanted to go to school there. I toured the University of Arizona and Arizona State University, and I figured out that I wanted to go to Arizona State University for radiology. Throughout the summer, I worked hard for playing for tennis by making up for what I missed in the winter season. This last summer, I felt like I was living the life a teenager should be living. Without the hardships in winter, I wouldn't have been my best self throughout the summer. Winter showed me my lowest of lows, but summer brought me my highest of highs. I'm Lauren Erickson, and this is the time I was at my best.